Welcome. Friday edition of man, I got a lot of styles. I gotta see how I'm gonna do this. Driving with Styles, aka Quarantine with Styles. This is Watching with Styles. I have Cooking with Styles, which no one really responded to, so I stopped. But happy Fridays. Looking at this Louisville Georgia Tech game going to halftime. Pretty good game. Didn't think it'd be this close, but Georgia Tech came ready to play. But let's get into this Mississippi State game this week. But first, I'm going to do something a little differently. And maybe I should start doing this every week, highlighting a high school player. Well, I was scrolling down my Twitter feed, and I came across this video of my former teammate, Bubba. I said Bubba. What did I say? You know, I'm from the South. Bubba. Harold Dennis' son, Trey Dennis. And it piqued my interest because of last week when we dropped that pass on 3rd and 9 that led to the missed field goal. I want to show you how a high school player has obviously been trained the right way, has listened, and has taken heed to the coaching. And watch how he plucks this ball out of the air with his hands. Hands, y'all. Remember when I described it last week, we tried to catch it like this instead of like this? Prime example, 2021 receiver from, I don't know how to spell, I'm going to say Sayers High School. If anybody is a coach looking for a quality player with some good pedigree, take a look at this. So, here we go. Just want you to pay attention. Simple play. The ball's a little underthrown, just like we did last week. Watch. Watch. See that high point? See that? That's how you catch the ball. I want to show this again. Watch the high point. Little underthrown, high point with his hands. You know what's a guarantee in football with catching the ball? Is your hands. If you don't catch it with your hands, that means you don't trust them. Watch this again. Going across the middle in a tight window. Hands. He doesn't catch it with his body, which you can bounce off that plastic in your shoulder pads. Catch it with his hands. Hands. I'm going to reiterate that again on this last one. Watch this. Corner route. Little underthrown with his hands. Hands, people. Hands. It's really just that simple. You got to trust your hands, man. This kid caught all those balls with his hands. And he sent me a little highlight film. He is a hand catcher. All these balls he catch are with his hands, which is why he doesn't drop. Catch the ball with your hands, people. That's a guarantee. All right. Thank you, Trey, for allowing me to show those highlights. And I appreciate it. Wish you much success in the future. Keep working hard, man. Good things are going to happen. So without further ado, let's get into this Mississippi State film from last week. And I know this is one thing I'm going to show a little bit later. I caught myself last week. I got too carried away with my zone coverages. I'm going to show you that where I made my mistake, but it's still 8 zones, but I numbered them wrong. Arkansas State committed. These guys, this is what I want you to really pay attention to. Really. And this is something we don't do a good job of. Watch these guys' helmet in their eyes. Where are they looking? Where those 4 guys are looking, they're looking at the quarterback. They are not looking at these guys. They are feeling these guys. You got peripheral. They are feeling them. They are going to just their every down mesh route. They're doing a mesh route. But their eyes are on the quarterback. Look at the helmets. Eyes are on the quarterback. That's the advantage of zone. Eyes are on the quarterback. You don't look at the receivers, you feel them. This is why they were successful last week. A big reason why. Another reason why is, unfortunately, Mississippi State had their star running back get pretty much out, I'll show you, on this first series. Eyes on the quarterback. Look at those guys breaking. I want you to see this. You remember me talking on Wednesday about our guys not breaking on the ball. Look at this guy's forward lean. He is coming now. Ball is in his hand. Front hand is released off the ball. You coming. You know why? Know why he's able to come? Because he's reading with his eyes. Look at where his helmet is. On the quarterback. He's not looking here. He's feeling this guy. But if he's looking this way, he's driving this way. Look at what this guy forward lean. His shoulders are not back. He's reacting. That's what we need to do in zone coverage. We need to be eyes on quarterback. I just wanted to read it. Look at the eyes. Look at where his eyes are. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see his face mask is pointing this way. Not this way. It's pointing this way. Look at this guy's eyes. It's pointing this way. This is crucial for success against the zone. See that? They both broke. If they didn't get their hands on the ball, they made that guy think. Look at that. That's perfect. He tipped it. So now, this is what I want to talk about earlier. I messed this up a little bit. In essence, I caught myself, but it was too late. So in essence, there's 5 zones underneath. There's a flat, there's a curl, there's a hook, there's a curl, there's a flat, then there's 3 deep. So there's 8 zones. So there's no difference in zones. There's 8 zones. And watch, these guys are going to rush. It's all dictated by the amount of guys they rush. See how many zones you can cover underneath. So they only rush 3. So now, they're going to probably cover 5 of the zones. You can't tell with this one. But they in these zones. They in 5 zones with 3 deep. Look what happens. Make them throw underneath. And now let's rally and make a tackle. They don't make it on this time. Now, this is probably a better angle. It shows more of, they show about 21 instead of 22. I'm going to stop it. Run play. Now, this is, I think, the play where, yeah, Hill gets hurt. Now he's out. This is what we got to stop on Saturday, is this. Everybody will say, oh, it's a passing attack. No, no, no. Make them run dimensional. We got to stop Colin Hill from eating too much. He can't feast on our defense, and our defense has done pretty well against the run. Okay, this is what I want to show. So, look at this. They got 5 guys underneath. They have 5. And look at the eyes again. Eyes are key. I've talked about this for forever. What one thing I consistently say? Eye discipline. Our eye discipline is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a guy out here for 5. Look what they're covering. He's covering really curl the flat. He's covering that hook area right on the hash. He's covering the other hook. He's really got the curl, and you got a corner here for the flat. All right? This is perfect cover. Look at the eyes. Look at the helmet. Look at the face mask. Where are the face masks pointed? At the quarterback. When he releases, people are moving. Make them pay for it. Good draw play. Eyes, eye discipline. Eye discipline. Look at that. This is purely eye discipline. Look at the zones that are covered. Look at the helmets. I know I'm sounding like a broken record. Look at the eyes. Look at his eyes. Where is his helmet pointed? At the quarterback. He's not looking at this receiver right here. He's not. He's looking at the quarterback. Where's this guy's eyes are? The quarterback. Eyes on the quarterback. Eyes on the quarterback. Eyes on the quarterback. That's how they make this interception. It's simple as that. We haven't even come close to an interception because our eye discipline is not very good right now. I want you to see when this guy right here starts moving. I want you when he starts moving on his release. Watch. See if I can time it. He's coming now. Look, his forward lean is coming now. Look where his forward lean. He's coming now. He's coming now. The ball is barely out of his hands. Number 9 is running forward. This guy is running forward. Look where they are. They're closing the gap. Eyes on quarterback, interception. It is that freaking simple. I've said it and I've said many times. One thing's wrong with our defense is poor eye discipline. It's really that simple. See, in the past, you would get upset because, all right, talent level isn't matching the other team. We're not as athletic. That's not the frustration now. The frustration now is that we are not doing the little things. The little things. Not staying inside on man-to-man. Giving up the inside too quickly. Not knowing the situation. Not knowing when the guy is on the other freaking bottom of the numbers when the ball is on the opposite hash. There's only one place you can go. Those are the things that you need to tighten up as an individual player. That's not coaching. That's players dedicating themselves to their craft. Period. You need to do that. As a player, you dedicate yourself to your craft, and then it will make you a great player because you guys are already athletic. Now, one thing, I know I've heard a whole bunch of things about this 3-3-5 defense. It's not that difficult. It is, they give you some movement because they have an extra DB. Well, when you have an extra DB, that means you're taking out a freaking linebacker. So what do you do against a 3-3-5 typically? Especially with an offensive line like us. You run. They got an extra DB in there. He ain't going to be able to take on the run blocking schemes that we have. They got 5 DBs, 3 linebackers, and 3 down linemen. The advantage of it is they have a lot of speed. So all these tosses, all these jet sweeps are a little more difficult because they're a little bit more athletic on defense. Run right at their ass and see if they can handle that. That's what you do. That's what you do to a 3-3-5. You run a 3-3-5 because you have more athletes at the defensive backfield than you have at linebackers. That's typically why you run it. They are kind of feeding right into our wheelhouse. Let's run this ball down their throat. Good 7 yards on first. Freaking drop. And this play was just poor development. This play was supposed to be pitched to this number 16 coming back, but the timing was off. So Felipe just took it, and they didn't get a first down. So let's go back. So just want you guys to know. The frustration is real because for me as a player, and I know not every player is as dedicated as everyone else. But to be successful in this league, you have to learn to do the little things. You have to learn to get in the film room and do some studying. And with these guys, I know they have all these damn tablets. They can do it at home. I had to come to the facility. To look at film. These guys can look at it at home on their tablet. No excuse for putting in the work. Period. None. You cannot tell me why you're not dedicating 2 hours or 1 hour a day to watching extra film when you can do it at your home. See, this is when I say leadership is an issue. Because one of these defensive backs, after all this shit that we have gone through these last 2 games, one defensive back should have all these guys to his house, to his apartment, wherever he's are, and we all watching film together. That's what leadership is. See, all these people who feel like, oh, let's go party, oh, let's go do this, oh, let's go do that. You have a lot of time after you finish college to do as much partying as you want. If you want to be successful, you dedicate yourself. Period. This is what you do to win games. This is the necessary evil of being a student athlete. You are not a student. You're a student athlete. Dedicate yourself during the season to watching film. And it's not that hard now that you guys can freaking do it on your tablet. It's inexcusable. Some of these things that I'm seeing in the backfield and on linebackers with freaking simple coverages. It's frustrating. Dedicate yourself to the game. Dedicate yourself to your craft. Dedicate yourself to your teammates. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. One guy who's doing the things that I like to see is Josh Paschal. He's at a freaking different position. We need everybody to step up to his level. We need some leadership to make these guys do what they're supposed to do. Or maybe they don't know. And that's sad if you don't know. Dedicate yourself to the craft. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. You dedicate yourself to the crafts and we will get W's. Okay? Because to me, I'm watching these games over and over and over and over again, and I'm not seeing us getting beat athletically. For the most part. DB is going to get scored on. We're getting beat right here. Right here. With bad technique, with bad knowledge of the game, with not understanding situations, down and distance, etc. It's here. And it's frustrating. Because we should not be 0-2. Definitely should not be 0-2. And no game is easy. And we knew that coming into this. We got off on a bad foot. It's not over. But we got to turn this thing around right now. And the right now isn't with scheme. It isn't with play calling. It isn't with anything but these players freaking dedicating themselves. Because I'm going to tell you something. It is players. All BBN can freaking complain about play call, coaching, etc. I'm going to tell you something. The coach can call the worst call possible for a defense to go against the opponent's defense or go against the opponent's offense. They can make the worst call, but if the players execute, that play will be successful. You know what's going to happen? Fans will go, oh my God, that's a great call. No, it wasn't. The players executed. It's about execution, not about the plays freaking call. We're not executing on defense. It's that simple. There's nothing that Ole Miss did last week that was shocking. Nothing. I watched the game against Florida, and they didn't do anything freaking differently. We had some crucial breakdowns. Fans sometimes can't see the breakdowns and coverages. We had some breakdowns and coverages. Period. That's how they got the chunk yardage. It ain't about blitzing. It ain't about time in the pocket. It's about them players not executing. And they have to take it upon themselves to do what they're supposed to do. And it's that damn simple. We got to be accountable on defense. Accountable for yourself and accountable for your damn brothers. You got to be accountable. Stop doing your own damn thing. This is fucking frustrating. I got guys telling me, oh, you know, scoring 35 points wasn't going to be enough. What? 35 points? When I was playing, I wish we could have scored 35 points. I wish. We would have went to a bowl game every year. Even the 1-10 year, if you look at some of them games. 17-3. 21-10. Come on. All right. I just got hot up in here. All right, let me go to my picks, and then we will get up out of here. It's player and fans. Stop getting on Twitter and being freaking Twitter bullies. I bet you wouldn't say that shit to these players' face. I bet you won't do that. If you can't say it to their face, stop fucking tweeting stuff. These guys have a lot on their plates. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Let me see if I can get to these picks. Do I have the right week up? No, I don't. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second as I figure this out. Give me 1 second. I must have pulled up the wrong week. Here we go. All right. Make this a little bigger. Now, I actually picked the Bears, so I was right. I'm 1-0 so thus far. But here we go. Falcons, Panthers. Falcons are going to come through this week. They can't keep doing what they've been doing. Let's see if I can do this. Falcons. We go Falcons. I'm sorry, my Bengals faithful. I did give you some pub last week. I picked them last week and they won, but they're not going to go into Baltimore and pulling out this win. Texans, Jaguars. The best thing that happened to the Texans is obvious. Getting rid of O'Brien. Texans are going to play a little bit more inspired this week. Chiefs, Raiders. This is obvious to me. As long as Adam Gase is still the head coach of the Jets, I don't know if I can ever pick them. The Cardinals. Steelers against Eagles. Eagles is having issues. Now, this Rams, Washington. I love me some Chico. Chico was the quality control defensive guy when I was with the Bears. Formed a little bit of relationship with him. Great guy. But he obviously liked Kyle Adams more than Dwayne Haskins. I'm not sure. I don't know what he sees in Allen that he doesn't think Haskins can give him. So Rams are going to go into D.C. and pull out that win. 49ers get Jimmy G back on the road. That's one thing people don't understand. When you got to travel across the country, it really plays a factor. Athletes are a creature of habit. And playing on the West Coast is a beast. Now the 4 o'clock game helps a little bit. But that 4 o'clock game is really a noon game. Because that 3-hour time difference between the East Coast and the West. That's going to play a little factor. I think the Browns, Stefanski has found something. I just don't trust Rivers. He's a turnover waiting to happen. I'm going with the Browns at home. Cowboys gotta play better defense. And what is a good ingredient is a hapless Giants with no Saquon. Seahawks balling. Got to go with them. Now, this Patriot ones bothers me, but they're playing at home. Got to start Stenham. We all know what Brian Hoyer can do. He's shown what he can do in his probably 10, 11 years in the league. Don't trust him. Patriots. I love me some Herbert, but the Saints in that dome, it's going to be tough. And this is a tough one, man. Josh Allen has proven me wrong. And I usually go against him. But, man, I'm going to pick the Bills in this one. Monday Night Football, I'm expecting him to come through. And those are my picks for the NFL. Let's see what about college. Another guy that has proven me wrong. And when I'm wrong. It's Kyle Trask. I thought he would not repeat what he did last year, but Florida and that Kyle Pitts, too difficult. LSU got another one, 2 back-to-back games that They should win. They won last week at Vandy. They should take care of Mizzou at home. South Carolina should take care of Vandy. I did not expect this from Georgia. That defense is everything. They stopping everyone. I was concerned about the offense, and they still have some concerns, but if the defense continue to play like that, it's going to be difficult. Auburn had a really tough week last week. That offense is having some issues, but I just don't see Arkansas going into Auburn, Alabama, and taking a W. Alabama, Saban has not lost against an assistant coach. I think he's going to continue that streak. And damn it, should I pick Mississippi State just to get rid of the Hex? No, I'm not a Hex. I'm picking us to win this game. And I'm looking at the score to be 27-14. Defense got to come through this week. Got to come through. I hope somebody's watching this and show these guys how freaking frustrated I am, because they got the fucking talent. They got the talent. It's in between their ears. Once they get that straight, we are going to be gravy. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. I'm going to get ready for this Lakers gentleman's sweep of the Heat. And hopefully when we talk on Monday, it's going to be after a W. And we can start a win streak. All right. Appreciate you guys watching. And I will talk to you guys on Monday.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drop